Welcome back to the Be With Factor. We've already seen the need for mentors for this generation. Today's training, we're going to look at what does that really mean? What does mentoring look like today? I want to start by giving you a definition that'll help kind of put a framework around this word mentoring. Take a look at this. An intentional relationship with a few students over at least a 9-month commitment of time that involves both formal and informal be with times together to learn how to become more like Jesus. You know, this definition, again, I think will help us in this training time to look at some of the practical steps that we can move forward in a relationship with a young person today. Let's start off with, first of all, understanding what a mentor is not. Look, a mentor is not a tutor. You got to understand that a tutor is an expert in one subject. A mentor scope is much wider than that. It's kind of showing a young person a lifestyle of what it means to walk with Jesus. A mentor is not a professional counselor. Without question, students today need this type of help, but you need to understand as a mentor today, you're not this professional counselor. If you need that type of counseling, you obviously need to go and get that, but you're not a professional counselor, you're a mentor. A mentor is not a teacher. You're not an instructor in a classroom. Mentors work through life, not through books. A mentor is not a small group leader. A small group leader works through some type of curriculum. You're going to have groups up to 10 to 12. A mentor focuses on a few students. All right, we've seen what a mentor is not. What is a mentor relationship look like to today's generation? A mentor focuses again on a few students and uses this be with factor value, where a student can come up aside them and watch them and learn from them and to see how a mature believer lives throughout their lives, to see how he makes mistakes and how they own their failures how they make wrongs right, to see what it means to admit your faults and to have a humble heart, to be a work in progress. You guys, today's generation is looking for transparency and what it really means to be a Christ follower. And that person is you and me. They're looking for what it means to be real, what is real in the life of a Christ follower. And there's no better way to do this I believe, than mentoring. And this 212 type of living that we want transformation to take place in the life of students comes through the be with factor, through mentoring. This is where the phase change happens in a young person's life. The one key word you've got to keep in mind when you think about mentoring is intentionality. A mentor relationship is an intentional relationship, always focused on helping the student grow to become more like Christ. In 1 Corinthians 11:1, we read this: "Follow my example as I follow the example of Christ." You know, in order for a student to follow our example, they have to be with us. They have to see us in everyday situations. And this is what a mentor does. You know, where a teacher might describe how to study a Bible, a mentor does a Bible study with the student. And again, Jesus was an awesome example of this. Jesus didn't just teach about prayer, he actually prayed with his disciples. You know, the bottom line is a mentor looks for teachable moments in everyday situations. And this is the most fun, you guys, in youth ministry, is really mentoring. This is where transformation takes place at its best. And I'm talking about in everyday situations. You know, when you're driving somewhere and, you know, someone cuts you off in traffic and you get a little angry, maybe you honk your horn. That's a perfect opportunity to say, you know what, sometimes I just lose my temper. How do you handle your temper? You just showed them life situations. It may be that you're listening to a song and you ask them, hey, what do you think about that? Do you think that's true? It may be when you're going shopping, you're watching a movie. All these real life situations is where a student can understand better than any other time what it means to be a Christ follower. You know, you guys, as you discuss this topic today, my prayer is that you would start to understand this be with principle. And again, remember, the bottom line is mentor is be the real deal. This generation is looking for transparency and what is real. That's you and me as we show them what a Christ follower is all about. And enjoy your training session and your discussion time together.